Buddha sat under the Bodhi tree to clear his mind of the false. Why did he come to sit, and how did he find himself under the tree? He was born in a family of wealth that were focused on externals, clothes, royal trappings, and games of love, war, sex, and worldly pleasures were their mindsets. This was very superficial in nature and did not hold any substance or find its way into the heart of the young seeker. He was looking for something other than what came like this and gave no lasting return. He was wanting to be free of all attachments of form and desire, to rid his mind of the false energies that rose to haunt his soul in the morning, day, and evening. He was not wanting to live like a king, for it held no lasting value. Once his longing for freedom fully blossomed, and he knew for certain he was not a man of the world, and did not want to delve further into the life that was handed so easily to him, like a plate filled with wonderful foods and pleasures right at hand. When he knew for certain he had enough of all of this, and that his desire was firing elsewhere, in the heart to seek. This is the evening when he took his horse and went out with the help of his longtime companion, and then journeyed forth alone. He did not bring with him heavy trappings of the past, as this would be very cumbersome and daunting, for he was to journey through mountain passes and into lands that were very rigorous. So why then would he bring the heaviness of his past with him? He left the wealth, he left his family, he left his child in good hands with those in the community to care for. So he moved forward. What he found in the beginning was suffering. Suffering that he had been shielded from before, and he was shocked. He saw people starving and gaunt like skeletons, pain racking their eyes and heart. He saw souls lost and left to waste away like shadows. He saw old age and decrepitude. He saw poverty. He saw struggle and deep despair in the eyes of those sitting by the roadside. What a shock this was indeed, as nothing like this had ever been revealed before. He did not go to feed these souls food or find them water. He did not bless them or help them to stand. He did not call to them to come near or even pray for them. Instead, he resigned himself to find freedom so that all of humanity would have a map out to be free of suffering eternally. So he wandered through the forest, barefoot and clothed only in a bit of cloth, with the elements coming in fully, as there was no door to shut or any locks in this open land. He carried no money. He begged for food and alms. He ate what he found, shrubs and berries, seeds and even earth when there was nothing. He slept on the dirt under the full moon with the wild animals of nature's creation, and listened to their call in his ear. He encountered dangers, snakes, leopards, tigers, and all the wild things that people shun, and he sat shaking and petrified, but stayed sat, walked, and continued. If he were to go back to where he came from, he would not be the Buddha, or the example of glory that he is, or the one that showed the way out of suffering. He would be another creature that sank into worldly desire and was lost to their own nature like so many others. He would not have awakened to the truth. So he wandered and sank into himself, in loneliness and dark places, but moved forward. He brought a lamp, and this is a lamp that lit his soul up, not an external light. He had no guide. Onward he went into the shadowland of mind and its dark hauntings. The desire for flesh, the desires of food for the beast of ego, the desires for finding something for yourself and holding it away as being yours only, all of the desires that haunt souls of those in the shadows. He went into those dark energies and did not run. And yes, he was afraid and burned with a desire to run, but he did not. He found himself in many rough waters in which he did not know what to feel or think, but he called inwards always to be present and steady. He almost wasted away to nothing, skin stretched across bone and barely breathing, when a small girl gave him some milk. He drank from it because he finally understood the body needed nourishment, and the soul needed the body for a time to discover the truth. If the body died now, he would have lost his chance. The Bodhi tree is a symbol of his time spent in awakening to his true nature. It is not a symbol that fits into your picture of what it is. It is a shining example of the forthright and steady efforts of a soul to sit and discover himself in nature, with its spreading mystery and open elements. The Bodhi tree's roots are so broad and flow underground so deep that there is no way that that tree is to be shaken. This is like the spirit that is steady through the winds of change and testing waters. This is why the ones that do enter reality are the ones that continue in spite of obstacles. The Bodhi tree is where Buddha sat for many a day and many an hour. He did not wander around and talk or ruminate about what he left behind. He just sat, and the demons came, and the desires rose up. This is where he continued to penetrate the nature of mind and its false ramblings. He shook them clean and tore away the covers of the false. He wrenched the mind clean of its wanderings and personal stains. He wiped the mind of its outer layers that blocked the light of truth. He did not reflect on what this or that meant, or hold his knowledge against the scriptures or the lights of others. He was looking to find out for himself, so he could be a lamp to humanity. This is when he awakened, when all the false nature of impurities burnt away, and the beauty of truth lit up. Buddha is awakened, and this is what it means to be awake.